To today's edition of a special package of Business Morning is a Channels Television and Chevening alumni special live roundtable discussing the budget 2018. It's called Consolidation Appropriations by the Nigerian President. And that's the discussion between now and 11:30 this morning. So let's going to be very extensive in terms of what we bring to the table. And this is part of wrapping up 2017, but all about budget 2018, but also a little bit about the business of budgeting and the unfinished business of budget 2017. Welcome, everyone. But let's go straight to business. I have to introduce my panel, and straight away, let's start from Lagos here, where three of the panelists are already seated. We have one or two more joining us within the hour and a half. So let me start with Wole Obayomi, who is a member of the Chevening Alumni Group. He's also a partner at KPMG Nigeria. Wole, good morning. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Bossy.
Thank you. And of course, we also have, so sitting next to Wole is Johnson Chukwu, who is an investment banker and a chief executive officer, chartered stockbroker, and is the head at Cowrie Asset Management. Johnson Chukwu, it's good to have you. Thank you very much for coming.
The pleasure is mine.
And of course, at the far end of the table here in our Lagos headquarters studios is the man known as Ogumba Mowo. That's Kunle there for you. He's a senior tax. Then, of course, all after that, we had the Boko Haram insurgency in the north. So the President Buhari came in and sits in Abuja in the middle of the country with the Boko Haram to the north and the Niger Delta militants to the south. So it's getting heated up and being buffeted on both sides. That you think that's a major one, despite the fact that oil prices was good?
Yes, I think that was a major policy intervention by this government.
Trying to tame the Niger Delta and make sure that oil production rebuilt. Thank you very much. Let's cross over to Abuja and get what we call the first word, as it were, from the two of our guests who are there. Mr. Madakiame, thank you very much. We appreciate your being there. Now, give us your thought about the road we've traveled in the last 2.5 years.
Well, I think that we started off with a lot of optimism, about the government. Obviously, Nigerians were ready for change, and they were very optimistic that things were going to be done differently. But just like my other colleague mentioned, the delay in announcing the cabinet, was a major letdown for most Nigerians who really wanted this government to hit the ground running, because there was more than enough time to study what the challenges of the country were and what needed to be done to sort it out, quickly, because Nigerians were really desperate for change, and they were desperate to start seeing the results of the change happen almost immediately. It didn't quite, the delay, the inordinate delay in getting that started really was not very pleasant to Nigerians. And I think when that inertia set in and people became discouraged, there was a disjoint between expectation and reality. And I think the government is still struggling, to recover from that. Part of the challenge, too, was, again, the long absence of Mr. President, when he went on the health vacation. That, again, slowed things down, drastically, and has also contributed to the slow pace of activity within the country. So with all good intentions, the government, probably means well and has now tried to start taking some decisive action. But had we run at the kind of pace that Nigerians expected from the beginning, I believe that, this midterm report would have been a lot, better, and people would have been more upbeat and more excited, about what the rest of the tenure holds. Unfortunately, we are now getting into the political situation where, with the announcement of dates of elections, everybody's going to get distracted, and it will now become very difficult to stay focused and get anything done meaningfully.
Tami, thank you very much. We appreciate those first word from you. We're now starting at the middle of another junction where we were, well, most likely 2014. So we're close to that period. Let's come back after the break. We'll continue the conversation, and this time we're delving straight into the business of budgeting. We'll be right back in 2.